Please don't make a mistake and think that there was anything bad between Rico and I. There was none. There was mutual respect, and I consider him a friend, an acquaintance. But you also have to understand that I represent District 2. A lot of people don't understand the boundaries, and that's why we have started the academies, the government academies in my district, to teach people about boundaries and teach people about areas of responsibilities when it comes to government. District 2 and the community that some of them you have heard spoken, no, they didn't know Rico Piccard. And I understand that Rico Piccard was somebody who was known among some of the Hispanics. I do know a lot of Hispanics that did not know Rico Piccard in my district. It's not a matter of anybody being against Rico or anybody being against the project. It's how the project went about. I don't come to your house and stick my hand on your fridge unless I ask you for permission. And that's basically how this happened. And I talked to Senator Darren Soto, who I consider a friend. I said, what happened? He said that it was a legislation that happened so quick, and he just had I guess he didn't have too much time, and he stuck the two-liner there. Well, I said, that's not the way we do legislation. You know that I have a Neighborhood Leaders Council, a Semoran Business Partnership, I have academies, we have a very involved community, and I cannot impose on my community like that. That's something we were supposed to speak to the community about. That's how we work in my district. I pride myself on handling true government in my district. And this is not the only occasion when my community members have come over to decide on a particular item. They come over every so often. Once again, I've never said anything against Rico Piccard. I thought he was a great human being. It's just as I talked to Ms. Zoraida Andino, and Mayor, if I may direct and say this comment, I did talk to you on October 2nd last year, and I did tell you of these circumstances, this set of circumstances. I represent the community of District 2 without bias or prejudices. I mean, I have a very diverse community. I have Puerto Ricans, I have Colombians, I have Caucasians, African Americans, but I am a commissioner for everybody. I'm not just a commissioner for Puerto Ricans. And we have to be understanding of this. None of these people are coming here against Rico Piccard. They're coming here against the fact that legislation was passed without talking to them. And that's why they're not happy about it. And that's what we are not against this. I wish we have sat down and talked about this before the legislation was passed. Because I said, if you want me to, I'll be the first one to sign a paper to go and to try to help legislating to rename the street where he lived after him. But you pick a corridor like the Semoran corridor, where so many people in the history of Orlando have so many doings. Talk about Tony Jennings, Lieutenant Governor, Senator. Talk about Mary Johnson, 12 years commissioner in the city, 12 years commissioner in the county, and all these other people, and all of a sudden you bring somebody without all these other people knowing. Well, you and I may know who he is, and you have to understand where I'm coming from, but not everybody knows him. And this is something that should be done through consensus, not just imposed. We live in a democracy with representation. This is not tyranny. And that's how we feel, that a senator, by the power given to him, and I'm not going to say he's a bad guy, it's just he did not consult this with his community. And I don't think that's right. And he should have come over, and I tried to talk to him on a few occasions, and he told me, yes, Rico Piccard was my mentor. And I said, well, it's great, because Rico Piccard was a very nice guy. I'm the first ones to say that, and you all know that I had great respect for him. But at the same time, he responds and he represents a community. The senator does, and he needs to consult with that community. Isn't that why you guys are here? Because you guys want representation? Isn't that why you guys come here and you run away from countries where there's no representation? Because you believe in the way of democracy here. That's what I have to say. There's nothing against that. It's the consensus, the community. I went back after the office of the senator called me, because the senator wouldn't even speak to me, to see if I would lead the efforts on this particular piece. I said, what is this about? I don't know. And then he told me that he had passed his legislation, not him, his aide. I said, did he talk to the community? Did he talk to anybody here? No, he didn't. So I went back to my community leaders, and I asked them, I said, what you all think about this? That's what I'm supposed to do, because I represent those people. I represent the people of District 2. And that's what I did. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to inform that no, they did not want that. Now, where am I in the middle of this? Rico Piccard lived in the county. Most of you guys, with the exception of a couple, live in the county. I'll be more than happy to help you designate a street in the county. But in the city, the residents of the city, the business people from the Semoran Quarter, they did not want that legislation. I'm representing those people, so I'm telling you what they're saying. There's no prejudices, there's no bias. And that's all I have to say.